Hi, everybody on Instagram as well as on YouTube. Thanks for joining me today for this webinar called Transformative Weight Loss Strategies for Sustainable Health. And this is a webinar that was very popular. A lot of people have purchased tickets for it. I'm streaming it live here on Instagram. On YouTube, you'll be able to see my slides. It is something I know a lot about. I've done a lot of research over my career on weight loss. Personally, I've struggled with losing weight, and I was successful in 2021 on a certain weight loss program that I'm going to teach you about tonight. I know a lot of people want to lose weight. They want to get in better shape. There are benefits to losing weight, and we're going to go over that today as well. So, if you have been struggling and you're looking to lose some weight, this webinar is for you. My name is Dr. Cary Yurkiw. I am a health professional, chiropractor in Kelowna, British Columbia. I've been practicing for 30 years. I'm also a writer. I've written books on Amazon on back pain, neck pain, but I did write one on weight loss, and it was about my journey of how I did research, how I studied patients' testimonials on how they lost weight, and then applied those to my own weight loss. And that book is called The 100-Day Diet. It is on Amazon, and I'm going to talk about that tonight as well. So I struggled with weight, especially early on in my life when I was young. I grew quickly. I was taller than most children, but I was also heavier than most children. I think a lot of it came down to the diet that we had at home. There were a lot of carbs, and there were a lot of complex carbs as well. Just too many calories, too much energy being put away or stored away. And even though I was very active, I played a lot of sports. I was one of those kids that loved to go on the soccer field at recess and play, and I was always on the go, riding my bike and doing stuff like that. I still couldn't lose the weight, and it was just more diet related, and it was the amount of calories that I was eating at that point. And I pretty much carried that weight forward. I did get a little skinnier in my teenage years, lost some weight, then gained the weight back when we had children, then struggled with that again, and then had to lose weight more recently in 2021. And that was kind of the most profound time of weight loss in my life, because I had read scientific papers. I was getting frustrated with the fact that I couldn't lose weight, and I did research on it. I read up on the testimonials of people that were losing weight, and at that point I started to apply those principles to my own weight loss, and it worked so well that there was this steady progression of weight loss week by week. So, initially it was about a pound a week, then it progressed to 1.5 pounds, and then 2 pounds a week. It really accelerated as I applied these principles. And some of these principles were simple, like lower carb diet, getting into the keto process. Some of it was like intermittent fasting, and then lifestyle changes to sustain that. So I wrote about that in the book called The 100-Day Diet on Amazon. I'll tell you more about that in this webinar tonight. So here's some key principles of sustainable weight loss. Number one, lower carbs is important. Especially in the North American diet, we eat too many carbs. And those carbs can come in the form of simple sugars like, let's say, a chocolate bar, eating candy, to more complex carbohydrates that still have to be broken down into sugar. So when you're eating a big plate of pasta, that pasta gets broken down a little bit slower than simple sugars, but the digestive system has to break down the fiber, release the sugar gets broken down, and then you're basically in the same form as something like a chocolate bar. Now, there might be some more nutritional quality to pasta. You're going to get some vitamins, you're going to get some fiber versus a chocolate bar, but we do want to understand the basic principles of weight loss and how macronutrients factors into that. For intermittent fasting, there's different types. Personally, the 16-8 intermittent fast worked really well for me. But by fasting, you put your body into this state where it has to start to metabolize, break down fat for fuel. And usually that happens around the 12-hour mark. So, once you're getting up into the 10 to 12-hour mark, then your body's flipping over to this process of eating any debris in the bloodstream for nutrition. So the body will go through this autolysis process, and then it starts to use fat for fuel. And if you do that on a daily basis, or at least 5 times a week, you're going to be able to enhance the weight loss process. And then learning about healthy fats and protein, that was very important for me, because if you understand what fats and proteins are, if you understand what healthy fat, healthy protein is, then eating avocados, nuts, lean proteins, or meats, fish, tofu on a regular basis, and getting enough of that will not only make you feel less hungry, but it's going to give your body the building blocks to heal itself and get stronger. So protein, very important. So is fat, because fat is the building block to hormone production, cellular membrane and cell wall, cell membrane composition. So you need healthy fat for your body to work properly as well. Now, in the presentation, I wanted to talk about the importance of personalized plans. So what I mean by personalized plans is, when you're trying to lose weight, you do need some guidance on that, because everybody's different. Everybody has a different background. People have different habits. They've been conditioned a certain way, especially in childhood, about food and about nutrition. So I think everybody comes from a different starting point. So making a unique plan for that individual is very important. So a personalized plan for specific needs, preferences, and goals is very important. Some people want to lose weight more aggressively, like I was losing 2 pounds a week at one point. Some people just want to start with half a pound a week and do that over a long period of time, and that's good too. Somebody like a coach, somebody like a mentor, health professional, can help you address unique challenges and circumstances. And then it has to be adaptable. So personal plans can be adjusted based on progress and changing needs. It allows for flexibility in the diet and exercise routines. That's very important, because you have to stay interested in the weight loss process, and it's too easy if it becomes the same old, or if it's too restrictive for some people, they can just drop it altogether and go back to the way they were eating before, and then they just gain the weight right back. And you hear that yo-yo dieting concept where people are losing weight, gaining it back, losing weight, gaining it back. That's that because there's those principles that aren't being maintained long term. Sustainability. Personalized plans are more sustainable as they fit into your lifestyle. Increases the likelihood of long-term adherence and success. So now, what is a holistic approach to weight loss? How does that differ from other approaches? Well, you hear a lot about fad diets. You hear a lot about different drugs that can help with weight loss. There's always some type of fad that comes out, and it's for quick results with not much effort. That's not a holistic approach. That's more of a quick fix that most likely is not going to work long term. But for a holistic approach to weight loss, that's something where you want to consider the whole person. So their physical state, the mental state, their emotional state. Sometimes people have emotional eating habits where they get stressed and they reach for something sugary because stress releases cortisol in the body, and that can make you crave sugars. So sometimes people have these habits of coping with stress, let's say, and then reaching for sugary food. We want to address those issues. Sometimes it's pretty simple to address. Other times you might need the help of a mental health professional who can really dig into those cravings and those behavioral patterns to help you repattern that. Also for physical health, you may have some injuries, you may have some genetic predisposition. So just understanding the background of the individual and then being able to give them a holistic approach that includes some exercise that they can accomplish. Just simple things like, starting with walking, doing some intervals of maybe jogging a little bit, doing biking, swimming, walking in the pool. There's a number of different things you can do just to get more active. Getting adequate sleep or more rest, eating a balanced diet with different nutrients to make sure you're covering all the vitamins and minerals you need, and all the building blocks like protein, fat, carbohydrates that we talked about. So that's all very important in the weight loss process. And when we work with people who want to lose weight, we want to consider their background factors, do a good history. We also want to design a plan that's kind of tailor-made for them, and then be able to follow up with them and see how they're doing, have some accountability. So balanced diet, what does that mean? It's a nutrient-rich food which maintains a balanced intake of macronutrients. Some foods are more dense with certain nutrients. So let's say you eat a steak. That'll have a number of different nutrients in it versus the chocolate bar we talked about earlier. It doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. It has sugar, but it doesn't have a lot of vitamins or minerals or other things you might need. Our exercise is very important, especially on a regular basis. The new guideline is for about 150 minutes every week. If you can get out there every day and do about 20 minutes to start, that would be great. Just go for a walk if you can. If you can't, then you're going to have to do a different type of activity. Could be cycling, could be walking on a treadmill, could be water aerobics, but you have to get your heart rate up, and you want to vary the heart rate. You want to kind of increase it, do some intervals, bring it back down to base level, and then increase it again. I like to use my Apple Watch to help me with tracking my heart rate. I, in fact, use the zones that are on my Apple Watch, telling me I'm in zone 1 of heart rate, zone 2, zone 3. That helps me to keep my heart in a certain level and then spike it up to a higher level if I want to do things like intervals. Today was my day to go out and do speed training, so I went out for a run. I was trying to get my steps to be higher today, my cadence of how many steps per minute, but also get my heart rate in a certain zone, keep it in around zone 4 today, so versus zone 2 where I normally run in. And that's a topic for maybe an advanced webinar on running, or maybe the masterclass we're going to do on this topic, but it is something you want to be aware of, is physical activity, just getting out there and getting a little bit more active. Stress management, like we talked about, you can do things like meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, all very important to help you to relax. You want to address any stimuli, so basically anything that's within your control to change. You want to change those things to make it a little less stressful on you. Things you cannot change, you want to cope with them with things like yoga, meditation, and deep breathing. You also want to get adequate sleep. And there's a lot of apps out there. I use another one on my watch called Auto Sleep. And it just helps to track my sleep, my heart rate, kind of tells me how much REM sleep I got or deep sleep. Very important to know how you're sleeping and be able to make some adjustments just to make sure on a daily basis you're getting the rest you need, because it resets the circadian rhythms in your brain, and it'll give you kind of a fresh start of new chemicals in the morning versus being tired, not getting that refresh in your brain, which helps you with things like cravings. So for exercise and physical activity, various types of exercise is important. Cardio exercise burns calories, improves cardiovascular health. Running, cycling, swimming, brisk walking, very good. Strength training, that's undervalued for weight loss. When you're building muscle, generally it takes a lot of calories. You're breaking down old muscle, you're bringing in new muscle, new attachments of the fibers. You're building up the bulk of it. That requires energy, and it increases your metabolism and it burns off calories for sure. So strength training, very important for the muscle. Weightlifting, resistance band, body weight exercises, all very important. And then flexibility and balance exercise. The reason we want to do this is not only do we want to keep you flexible, but as you lose weight, your posture is going to change, just your body, your makeup, and the way you carry yourself. So there's going to be some compensation and changes going on in your body. You definitely want to do some exercises to help you to cope with the changes that are going on with your physical self. Examples are yoga, Pilates, and different stretching routines that you can do. So for tips for exercise, start slowly, ease into and use an exercise routine to avoid injury and burnout. Find activities you enjoy. So choose exercises that you find enjoyable to increase your adherence or your ability to stay on the program. Consistency is the key. Regular exercise is more effective than sporadic, intense workouts. So keep it consistent. Try to do it daily. Take a day off to rest, and things will go very well for you. And if things get a little too easy on the exercise front, it's time to increase either the weight or the duration. That'll really help you to keep your body challenged and for it to continue to get conditioned. Here's some practical tips for reducing carbs. Opt for whole foods. Check labels to steer clear of hidden sugars. Reduce intake of sugary drinks. Select low glycemic carbohydrates. Make sure to plan well-rounded meals. Incorporate plenty of fiber-rich vegetables. Stay hydrated with plenty of water. Include healthy fats like avocados and nuts. Choose lean protein sources such as chicken, fish, and legumes. Avoid highly processed snacks and opt for healthier alternatives like fresh fruit or yogurt. By following these guidelines, you'll be on your way to a more balanced and nutritious diet. Remember, small changes can significantly improve your overall health and well-being. Now, sometimes people ask me more in-depth or complicated questions like, how many carbs should I eat for weight loss? Well, the general guideline is 1 to 1.5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. So 2.2 to 3.3 grams per kilogram. Adjust based on individual needs and activity levels. Consult with the health professionals when you're planning something more complicated like carbohydrate intake. Consider the quality of the carbohydrates you consume. Opt for complex carbohydrates such as whole grains, vegetables, and legumes, which provide sustained energy and essential nutrients. Balance your carb intake with adequate proteins and fats. And it's crucial to maintaining overall health and supporting your fitness goals. Remember, everyone's body responds differently to dietary changes. Keep track of how your body feels and performs with different carbohydrate levels and adjust accordingly. Hydration is another critical factor. Drinking enough water throughout the day help your body process and utilize the nutrients effectively. It's kind of like a way of transporting the nutrients. Last, stay informed and seek guidance from reliable sources. Nutritional science is constantly evolving, and what works best for you might change over time. A health professional can offer personalized advice and help you navigate these adjustments to optimize your diet and your well-being. The book I talked about earlier, called The 100-Day Diet, it's on Amazon. It's a book I wrote in 2021. It's based on the journal entries that I took as I lost the weight, and it's a comprehensive guide designed to help readers understand the principles of achieving and maintaining healthy weight through sustainable and practical methods. It covers various topics, including nutrition, exercise, mental well-being, and lifestyle changes. Each chapter contains evidence-based information, personal anecdotes, and actionable tips that make the journey towards sustainable weight loss enjoyable and achievable. The book also includes meal plans, recipes, and exercises tailored to different fitness levels and preferences. Now, if you have any questions, I'm going to take questions from the audience. You can type your questions here in the chat. If you're not with us live and you're watching a recording of this, feel free to type the questions in the comments or in the chat. I will be checking those comments and chats at a later date. You can also DM me if you're watching this on social media, and I'd be happy to help you. So feel free to type in the chat any questions you might have or in the comments, and I can answer those now or at a later time. Now, what are your next steps? After learning this material today, hopefully there's at least one takeaway for you. You could join our masterclass, take your weight loss journey to the next level, and join me next week for our in-depth masterclass and personalized guidance with advanced strategies. You can sign up by going to Eventbrite and clicking on masterclass for next week. You could buy the book. The book is called The 100-Day Diet. It's on Amazon. You can click on the link, which I'll put in the show notes below. And you can go to Amazon and purchase that book there. It's in audiobook, it's paperback, and it is in Kindle as well. So very easy to get a hold of that book. You'll learn a lot from it, and it'll make you more well equipped for the weight loss journey. If you're not on Instagram with us or on YouTube, you can go to the link in the bio. You can look down the links for the 100-Day Diet book and then click on that, and that'll take you right there. You can visit our website. Our website is trueexpert.pro. It's the coaching service that I offer to people, coaching on weight loss, coaching on physical activity like running and running marathons. I do some B2B coaching with health professionals that want to improve their practice, just areas where I have a lot of expertise and a lot of knowledge. That's where I do my coaching and consulting at True North Coaching, which is the website is trueexpert.pro. You can also sign up for coaching. You can receive personalized coaching tailored to your unique needs. You can sign up for one-on-one coaching sessions to get expert support and achieve sustainable results. You can visit the website. You can sign up for group coaching, which is always a good start. And if you need extra help, you can go to the one-on-one coaching as well. The masterclass, the thumbnail for it looks like this. So if you go to Eventbrite, you see this thumbnail. That's the masterclass, and that's coming up early next week. Please go ahead and sign up for that. There's some early bird tickets right now. So if you sign up today or tomorrow, you'll get a $20 discount. If you don't sign up by Friday at 6 p.m., then it's the regular rates, and tickets are on sale until Sunday night. I want to thank you for joining me. You can go to our website. I already gave you the website address. You can email any questions to info@trueexpert.pro. Our phone number is 778-215-9310. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you can join us for the masterclass next week, one of our group coaching sessions that we do on our website, or maybe one of the upcoming webinars that we have here at True North. Thanks for joining me again. You guys have a wonderful evening.